Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Well, hello there and welcome to our home. We have been looking for a house for a really long time, about 3 years, and got really serious in the last year and decided this was the year we're going to find our house. We closed on the property yesterday. We were in here immediately making lists of all the things that we want to get started on first, and we are so excited to have a project. Now, this house is definitely a fixer-upper. It needs a lot of work, and there are some unfinished projects left over from the previous owners, and then there's just a lot of things about the style of the house that I want to update to match our needs a little bit better. But it checks so many boxes for the things that we had on our wish list for a home. We have about an acre of land that we can eventually build a garden on, which is something we've been wanting to do for a long time. We both love gardening. There's also a lot of privacy here. We only have one neighbor, and they're pretty far away. That was something that was really important to us too, and we ended up moving out to a kind of rural area in mid-Michigan. And a lot of properties in this area that are kind of out in more rural areas are usually surrounded by farmland. There's not a lot of trees, but this place actually has a lot of trees. And it's just very tucked into the trees. It's very private here. There's a lot of shade. So we love that about the property as well. Now you can kind of see a little bit of the exterior details of the house. I'm not going to show the entire exterior of the house, but there's some things about this that I definitely want to update. That'll come later. For now, we're going to be focusing on the interior of the house. So let's go inside and I'll show you around. So when you first step into the house, you're in this kind of split level entry for the home, and there's stairs that go up to the main level and then stairs that go down to our basement. So I think we're going to start on the main level first. So as soon as you come up the steps, there is a living room to my right, dining room and kitchen, and this is all kind of more of an open concept plan in this area. And to my left is a hallway that just goes to the bathroom and the bedrooms. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath house, although the second bathroom is not finished, so we're gonna have to do some work in the second bathroom to get it into operational order. But that's okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So the living room area is not super huge, but I think it'll be just right for us. We've got some nice big windows here. This part of the building is south facing, but there's so many trees around here, it really does not get a lot of direct sunlight. I think it's gonna be really nice and pleasant throughout the year. And I love having the windows because it does really add a lot of natural light to the space. And then if I walk over here to the dining area, again, this is a pretty good sized dining area. I also love the windows in this area. We have a kind of, what is this called? What kind of window is this? A bay window. We have a nice little bay window over here that I can put some plants, and there's another bay window higher back here behind me that I can also put some plants. I think this area is going to look really cute once we kind of get in here and do some things. Now, one thing that's a little bit odd over here especially and in the hallway is the placement of their ceiling fans and lights. So I'll show you really quick. There's a ceiling fan right here, and then there's a light here, and they're like maybe 6 feet apart. So they're just kind of mixed matched styles of lighting, and I don't think we need 2 of these right next to each other, so I will probably be removing this one or replacing it with something a little less enormous, and then just replacing this with something that's more our style. And then right across from me here behind the camera is our kitchen, and I have a lot of plans for this kitchen. So this kitchen is functional, it's fine. But one of the projects that I have really been itching to do for a long time is build my own kitchen cabinets. And the cabinets that are in here are very basic cabinets. There's nothing really special about them. And they've painted the cabinets and nearly everything in this space kind of a gray-blue color, which I would like to change as well and kind of warm things up a little bit in here. The floors are also very gray, which I don't love. And again, I'm gonna put something a little bit warmer in here, so we will be replacing all of the floors. But in this kitchen, especially, I'm gonna be doing the most work. So my first project in this kitchen is gonna be to remove the upper cabinets, both here and in the back of the kitchen. These upper cabinets kind of divide the room. When you're standing inside the kitchen and someone's on this side of the island, you have to kind of duck down to talk to them, which is kind of annoying. So I would like to just get these out of here and open this up. And I'm saying that as if I'm not planning to completely rip out the entire kitchen and redo it, because I am. And I'm a little nervous about it, but I think I can do it. I've watched enough YouTube videos that I think I can do it. There could be some false confidence there, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I'll definitely be sharing all of that here. But because these kitchen cabinets are so basic and they're really not in great shape anymore, they're kind of falling apart in some places, I feel very justified in ripping them all out and starting from scratch. And here's another shot of the kitchen that you'll see as you walk in the door. Over here to my left is a sliding glass door that goes out to kind of our sun porch all seasons room. And then there's also another door here on my right. And I'm thinking I might actually close that door in because I'd like to put base cabinets along the 2 walls here in the kitchen and then eventually have an island. So I will be getting rid of this kind of little jut out here. It is kind of like an awkward arrangement of the cabinets because it doesn't come all the way out to the edge of the kitchen, and therefore the space in between this area is just a little bit tight. I'll show you. So yeah, you can see over here, it's just a little bit kind of tight back here. I don't love having this so enclosed, and I just want to open this up because having these soffits and these cabinets hanging from the ceiling, it just feels really heavy in here. There's also a soffit here along this back wall that I want to take down. I don't think that it's serving any purpose other than closing the space between the top of the cabinets and the ceiling. So I just want to take all of that out and really simplify the layout of the cabinets and do something that looks a little bit more elevated than what's already here. During the inspection on this house, I was able to get in here and get some rough measurements of all the spaces and also get videos of the entire house so that I could start building a 3D floor plan, make a little 3D model of the house, and start estimating the cost of flooring and other finishes, and also start designing the kitchen that I wanted to build in here. But it had been a while since I had used the program. Even though I had some experience with it, I was a little rusty. Luckily, the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare, came in so handy with several classes on how to use SketchUp. I found the class Interior Design Essentials, How to Create a Professional 3D Floor Plan, Quick Start SketchUp course, and built a 3D model of the main floor. And it was such a comfort to have this 3D model to work on while we were waiting on closing for the house. Because anyone who's bought a house knows that that period of time between when you put the offer in and when you finally get into the house, it feels like forever. Now that we're able to get into the home, I feel so much more confident moving forward with my design plans because I've had several weeks to work on them in SketchUp at home virtually while we waited. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and more. They also offer curated, sequential class collections to master a specific skill or competency called learning paths. I've been a member of Skillshare for many years, long before I ever started this YouTube channel, long before I did any sort of collaboration with them, and I even have a few classes of my own on the platform. So I can 100% vouch for the value of this community for anyone wanting to take their career, skills, hobbies, passions, or side hustles to the next level. This summer, I am so excited to level up my designing and making skills with all the home projects we have planned. And I know Skillshare is going to be a big part of that process. I already have my eye on a few design classes that I'd also like to take. And the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. And I just want to give a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. So if we walk out of the kitchen here, to the right is the hallway down to the bedrooms. And once again, we have a very awkwardly placed ceiling fan that will probably be replaced or removed. So it may be kind of hard to see me right here, but this is the bathroom. This is our main bathroom. It's mostly okay. It'll get us by, but I'm definitely going to be changing a lot of things about this bathroom as well. I actually don't mind these lights. Like, I don't like the style of these, but I actually really like the way that it lights my face in this bathroom. I feel like the lighting's actually pretty good. So I'll probably keep something similar to this, but just a very basic vanity situation. I won't show you, but I did find someone's fingernail clippings in that drawer. Got to get rid of those. That's kind of gross. The tub is kind of old, needs a little bit of sprucing. Got to do some work around the windows and clean things up a good bit. But this will be a project that we come to a little later. I'm not super worried about doing a whole lot in this space just yet, just mainly getting it cleaned up so it feels, you know, clean. Got a little storage situation back there. This mirror that's kind of in an awkward spot, but I'm sure they had a reason for doing that. When you walk out of the bathroom, there's more storage here on the left and the right. When you come out of the bathroom, go down the hallway, the first bedroom on the left. Looks like it was one of the children's bedrooms. The carpet in here has definitely seen better days. That's going to definitely come out. There are no overhead lights. I haven't decided yet whether that's a huge problem for me or not, but they are connected to the light switch and an outlet. So I may have to learn how to put in new lights. And then there's a small closet here. Very small closet. There's a window. And then all of these are like decals and stuff. I think these will come off pretty easily. Oh yeah, that peels right off. So all that'll come off and I'll refinish and repaint this room. If we come out of this room, right across the hall is probably what would be the master bedroom. Oh, this one does have an overhead light. It is also has a light that's attached to the light switch. So that's kind of interesting. They've got a little headboard situation here. This one has 2 windows. And again, you know, the carpet's pretty destroyed in here. It's not a huge deal. Got a closet. This will probably be our bedroom to start off. And then across the hall, we have the last bedroom. Again, this looks like it was another kid's bedroom. Just needs some patching and repairing and painting, and then also removing the carpet. So we're gonna be doing the same flooring throughout the entire house. Lots of wall decals. They really liked decals here in this house. There's some in the living room as well. The last space up here on this main level that I'll show you guys is our little sun porch all seasons room out here. I'm actually really excited about this space. And this was something that was on my wish list for a house, was a all seasons room. So this door off the kitchen leads to our all seasons room. And I'm very excited about this space. Right now it's pretty rough. The concrete needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I'd like to do some painting in here, but I think this is gonna be my favorite spot to come out and have my morning coffee, look out into the backyard and watch the nature back here. There are so many wild animals out here. We've already seen deer and turkeys and rabbits. We saw a coyote. Yesterday, I almost stepped on a snake. I did scream, but it was a non-venomous snake. It was fine. Just my monkey brain kicked in and I couldn't help myself. But I want to turn this space into my little outdoor oasis and have some nice comfy seating out here and put some plants out here and just make it look really, really nice. I did mention that I plan to close up this door just because we already have a sliding glass door over here that comes out onto this space. And I think eliminating this door, closing it in, will give me more options with the cabinetry inside. Those are all of the spaces on the main level. I'll take you guys downstairs to the basement and show you that really quick. So things probably look a little different. Well, I look a little different right now because it's been about a week and a half since I filmed the first part of this video. We have been working our butts off on the upstairs of the house. And after I filmed that initial house tour, we started working on stuff and we have not stopped. While I'm waiting for some paint and patching to dry upstairs, I'm gonna show you guys around the basement. So when you come down the stairs here, you're in our basement. It is a partially finished basement and it's a little crusty down here, okay? I'm not gonna lie. To my right is kind of like a family room den type situation. And there's some pretty old carpet in here. I mean, you will see eventually. We've been working on removing carpet upstairs and it's been a bit of a nightmare. So I'm hoping this is not the same situation that's upstairs. So we do have a few building materials down here, things that we've been removing from upstairs while we're painting and patching and doing all the things up there. But this room is pretty basic. I am glad that it's mostly finished. Eventually we will get down here and do some work and really clean this place up. I might eventually put my sewing space down here as well. There is a kind of creepy window that looks out under a crawl space. So where the dining room is upstairs, that is an addition to the house. I don't know when that was built, but basically they just left the window that looks out under the crawl space. So I would like to fill that in eventually. And mostly down here, it just needs to be cleaned up in this room and repainted and that kind of stuff. Carpet pulled up. Right behind me here is a little closet that's underneath the stairs. I'll close that actually. Kind of behind the camera and to the left here is another bathroom. Now this bathroom is not finished. It actually needs quite a bit of finishing work. The shower and the toilet are hooked up, but we're probably gonna get a new toilet and the sink needs to be hooked up. So I probably will eventually put like a utility sink in there because like I said, I might have my sewing and craft space down here. So I think it'd be kind of nice to have a utility sink for any dyeing projects that I might do. We're probably not going to be using that bathroom anytime soon. And then behind me here to my left is another hallway that goes to the other part of the basement. When you come down the hallway, the first door on the left is this other little room. I guess this could be a bedroom at some point, but it is kind of destroyed. It looks like they started doing some sort of renovation in here and then gave up. So this room is going to need some work as well. And I might actually end up taking out this wall here on my left and expanding this room into the one behind it, which I'll show you in just a moment. So yeah, this room's in pretty rough shape. Wait for it to stop banging. So if you go out of this room, right across the hall is the mechanical room, and then down the hallway is the rest of the basement. So on the left, we have a little room again, and this is the room that I would plan to expand into the room that I was just in. to make that one big space, and possibly that would be my sewing area. So that's a project for like way later, but that's kind of where my brain is at for that right now. And then just adjacent to this room is the laundry room. So it is separate from the rest of the basement. So that is the house tour. So the content around here is going to change up a little bit. I don't know when I'll be posting another sewing video, but it might be a little while because I'm going to be focusing primarily on just getting this house ready and doing all the projects we have here. We have enough here to keep us busy for a really long time, which I plan to share most of that here with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you do like that kind of stuff and you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. What should I say for like the teaser next time or coming up? Come in the coming weeks.
Retro carpeting reveal. Retro carpeting reveal.
Retro carpeting reveal. Our carpeting nightmare.
Injuries.
Yeah, injuries.
ER visits.
ER visits, carpeting nightmares, destruction of kitchen cabinets, painting, new floors. We're doing a lot. Yeah. Like this makes me feel powerful, you know?
Yeah, you just do weird versions or
They put carpet over shag carpet. Looks so good.